Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. Today I decided that I wanted to do a reading and I wanted to have a conversation about direct communication is the best way to put it. Mercury is direct, effective today, which indicates that a lot of clarity and lifting of the fog, so to speak. And to me, it started yesterday, or maybe a few days before that, but mostly yesterday, where it was the clear communication that needed to come through. So I do have a few cards on the table because as I was shuffling, getting ready for this reading, the main characters that when I split the deck was the King of Swords with the Ace of Coins, and then the King of Cups with the Five of Coins and the Palace of Coins right behind it. Somehow it stood out significantly. It stood out for me because I feel like with Mercury going direct in Scorpio, and we have the King of Swords and the King of Cups, I felt like that was going to be an important message to share. And just from the top of it, we have an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, that's getting a new beginning when it comes to their finances, when it comes to stabilizing themselves in the material realm. You could see that in terms of getting their act together when it comes to their health, with their money, the things that they value, and making maybe even a change, a shift in how they perceive their value and what they're building, what they're creating, the value and the worth of that. And then with the King of Cups, this is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy that is coming out of this King of Cups felt left out, abandoned, left in poverty even perhaps, kind of thrown to the wolves or set aside. Okay, this person might have felt that way in terms of how they felt in their body. They could have felt very weak, feeble. They could have felt very unhealthy, or even because you have an older person and a baby. So this energy of the vulnerable. So this King of Cups may have been in a very vulnerable situation when it comes to their sense of value, maybe even how they were making a living was very cold, very or they feel that the world was cold to them, that they were shunned out, that they were thrown to the wolves. But I see a comeback with the Palace of Coins right after it. So going from the Five of Coins all the way to the Palace of Coins, it's like this experience catapults to a whole new stable. It's like maybe the experience gave them the energy to move forward in a way that can establish themselves a lot more effectively and in a way that is far more sustainable and as well concrete in terms of a structure that cannot be broken. This is also similar to when you your whole ego gets obliterated. Like everything that you thought you were, every way that you thought you were, when you're no longer identifying yourself with any of who you were. Like, I'm no longer this, I no longer feel like that, I no longer look like this. This is I'm nothing that I once was. I'm here now in this space to redefine who I am. I define who I am. I have the image of who I am. I have the source within me to create myself in the image that I so choose. Some could say the image of God, right? Because that's exactly what it is. You go from feeling like you are not made to feel everything you're not, force-fed to believe, to eat a persona that is not who you are, and then glancing one day at yourself and realizing, why am I in this energy? This isn't me. This isn't who I am. This isn't how I want to be. This isn't... No, you don't define me. You don't define me. And then from there, create such a solid sense of self that no one can break down who you become or what you create or what you build for yourself. Because it's no longer on the opinion of those individuals. It's no longer based on how they look at you, how they think about you, and how they want you to think about yourself. Sorry, I dropped something. So another energy that was coming through that I want to share is to have tolerance does not mean to consistently allow someone to make the same mistakes. Tolerance doesn't mean, oh, you made this mistake. Let me tell you what the mistake was and why you made it. And then you say, okay, I'm sorry. I won't make that mistake again. And then you do it again. And then you do it again. And then you do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Expecting the same tolerance you were given at the first time, only to respond to someone's lack of tolerance after the billionth time as if you're shocked. There is no shock here. Don't get shocked about something you've been told over and over. Don't get offended because someone decided to say to you something unkind because they've had enough of you. Because you've overstepped your boundary too much. And then play the victim. So this King of Cups may have, at some point, played the victim. And maybe got used to that role. Maybe didn't realize that role leads to nothing. It leads to confirming exactly what you believed. So if that's what you believed you were, because everybody told me I'm like this, I guess I am a loser. Well, then you're going to be a loser forever. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen to this King of Cups. I'm saying that this could have been how the King of Cups was thinking or behaving. But finally realizing, wait, I don't have to continue to act in the same patterns that I've been acting in to get my way. Because the way that you were getting your way, just because it got you what you wanted, did it really give you, hold on, I'm trying to fix this. Did it give you what you really wanted? Like, it doesn't make sense for someone to do something to damage a connection. The person gives you the benefit of the doubt, and lets you know, look, this is a boundary. Don't cross it. There's a reason why people say, don't cross this boundary. Because when you cross the boundary, you make a dent in that space that isn't supposed to be dented. Don't mind me and how I express myself, because I know I don't come across sometimes with the most clear message. But you understand that you poking, thinking that the outcome, oh no, if I push enough, if I just push a little bit more, I'll break her down or I'll break him down. Do you not understand that the breaking down is what makes it to the point of no return for you? Like, how does that make sense? How does that make sense? You break down a dam and then get upset when the overflow of water washes you away. Maybe breaking down the dam wasn't the smartest thing to do. Because there's a reason the dam was put up in the first place. But when you think you're digging for gold and you think that you're going to extract something from someone to benefit you at the cost of the source that you're breaking it from, like, you have to be some kind of dumbass in real time not to understand that doing that only guarantees that you will no longer have access to it. When you exposed your hand, you exposed your intention. Because the fact is, when you do something out of integrity, when you do something underhanded, and you think they'll never notice, you don't realize that they do notice. They're taking notes every time you do it. Because they already told you, don't play like this with me. The moment they told you, don't play with me like this, the moment they told you, don't do that, I don't like that, that's when the doors were locked. I don't like this, that's when the doors were secured. And you think to consistently continue to do that, and it's like having cameras right at the front door watching everything, and you're thinking like, oh, they'll never notice. You can't be that slow in real time. You cannot be an adult thinking this way in real time. Like, really. There are people in your life at this time that there is no explanation necessary. And that, especially when it comes to like narcissistic individuals, there is no point. You tell them once, at the second time that they do it, you already know this person is going to do this over and over again. So you have to take hard truth in that moment. You have to be willing to see it in that moment and not hope for the best, not hope for change, because hoping for change, hoping for something better, hoping for that person to come around and hear what you're telling them. Hey, it's like telling a dog, don't bark. and just tell, don't bark, don't bark. Hey, don't bark. You could punish the dog. You can use those collars around the dog. Those methods of control may quiet the dog, may train the dog not to bark. That doesn't mean that the dog doesn't have bark in them. And then when they figure out how to, or not even figure out, excuse me, when their instincts call for them to do what they're supposed to do, don't be pissed off when your dogs can't protect you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you want to shut down someone's gift of telling it like it is because it serves you to monitor it or guide it in a gentler way so it doesn't hurt people. No. The faster that you tell them like it is, the faster you can get effective change. You say it once, think about it. You have a new employee coming on board and you say, these are the rules. These are the rules for a reason. And these are the reasons we have these rules. We explain it once really well, and we remind you, do not break these rules because the consequence is inevitable and on the spot. And even with that, they'll try to get away with it. They'll try to circumvent it. They'll try to do it their own way. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Do it your own way. But when you have no access to what is being given to you, then you can't complain. You can't be angry, you can't be upset, you can't be harassing, you can't be playing victim, you can't be talking trash. You can't say you didn't know. And people, that's when they play on your kindness. That's when they emotionally manipulate. And I think that this King of Swords here may have come across as cold, distant, uninvolved. But I feel like this King of Swords was simply protecting their mind from being infiltrated and staying focused on what they were building. Staying focused on making something grow naturally from the ground up so that it comes out already valuable. Like, look at the size of this coin compared to the size of these coins. This structure in here at the window, they have 5 coins in the window, but they're small coins. It takes 5 of these coins to equal 1 of these. So the value is much higher at the onset. And I think perhaps that's what this King of Cups has learned. It's like they were, it took 5 coins of theirs to be this one powerful energy. And it made them feel smaller. It left them out of the wealth of it all. But that's the lesson. It's like, oh, okay. So you each brought a coin to the table, acting like you were on your own independently one of these, like you grew from the ground up. No, you accumulated your resources, you put them together, and then you abandoned anybody who didn't agree with your terms or whatever. On either end, this person might see it as ruthless, like that's ruthless. But what was I just saying? You have to have those strict boundaries. No, you cannot. You're coming in here with this poverty spirit into this wealth that we're trying to create. No, you gotta go. Come back when you've established your self-worth from the ground up. And I think that's what this King of Cups has learned, because they do establish a beautiful kingdom. That means they do manifest what they want. They create something sustainable, long term, that cannot be destroyed from the inside. That's the key. It cannot be destroyed from the inside. That's what this King of Swords did from the beginning. He learned, nope, I have to fortify my mind. I have to make sure I am mentally focused on who I'm going to become, on what I'm going to build, on how I'm going to show up. So from the beginning, he comes out. And I feel like the King of Cups had to go through a very challenging experience of learning his value in order to be able to not let himself get emotionally enveloped to the point that he loses focus of what he's building. He has to become emotionally strong enough for himself so that he can see clearly what he wants to create. And then he can nurture and build. He was trying to nurture and build while he was exiled and drowning. You can't nurture and build while you're exiled and drowning, except do that for yourself. But was still trying to do it externally for validation, or please let me in, please, accept me, or please, let me bask in your energy for a little bit, or let me participate with you, like out of this sense of they cannot quite, it's like maybe they didn't have the awareness of how they were being perceived by this group that's inside here. The group inside, they knew what they were doing to establish their own sense of power. They got together with the little bit of power that they each had, and they established something for themselves. And in order to keep it steady, they had to not allow anyone with low vibrational energy. If you have a sick poverty mindset, if you have a victim mindset, if you're vulnerable, it's like, well, we can't help you if you're vulnerable. You need to use that vulnerability to strengthen yourself. I'm not saying what's right or wrong here. I'm saying that that's what the energy is showing. It was a test of one's the sturdiness of one's mind, or the fixed. Can you fix your mind can you focus your mind despite being vulnerable? So we have the star energy here. So there's a lot of healing that's taking place at this time. You could be dealing with an Aquarius individual that wants to give back, maybe wants to express themselves to you in some way that's very authentic. It's like, I want to pour back into you. This person, this Aquarius energy may have come out of a very harsh betrayal. They felt betrayed. They felt, maybe they were just going through some very stressful mental conflict, but they've healed from it. It's like they got their power back. They're not waiting on anything anymore when it comes to seeking opportunity from a King of Pentacles in reverse. They're not waiting on a King of Pentacles in reverse. So we have an Aquarius energy that was backstabbed, betrayed, left for dead, in some ways mentally burdened to the max, who finally got their spark back and is no longer waiting for a King of Pentacles to provide for them. This is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. It could be a job. I'm not going to wait for this job. I'm not going to wait for this money. I'm not going to wait for this. Let's see why. Or they could be feeling betrayed by this company. There was like no compassion from this. I'm getting like a boss figure. This King of Pentacles may have been overworking this Aquarius, or this Aquarius felt burnt out mentally, and they finally got some kind of epiphany. They got a sense, a spark of inspiration, and they decided, you know what, I'm not waiting for this anymore. I'm not waiting for them to give me the raise. I'm not waiting for them to give me the position. I'm not waiting for them to give me the money. Whatever the case is, I'm not waiting for them, because they didn't show any consideration for me whatsoever. I'm going to wait for a new opportunity. Or doing so will open up the path to a new opportunity. This attitude of acceptance, it feels like radical acceptance over an idea of, maybe I was supposed to get that promotion, I was supposed to be the boss, or I was supposed to get this leadership position, and yet feeling super overwhelmed mentally, like they destroyed every good idea you had, or they didn't, you know, they shut down every good idea you had. They didn't want to hear anything you had to say. You felt like you didn't even have, like you might as well just be a robot. That's what they were trying to do. Just use you. Like, let me just use you. You have no mind. You have no say. You have no authority here whatsoever. So that was what it took for you to kind of awaken this passion to like go in a new direction, move in a different way, realizing I have options. Why am I standing here waiting for somebody to give me a sense of stability, or for somebody to give me a sense of security? They don't even show empathy towards me. They don't even show love towards me. Nah, I can go. I can leave this behind. I trust that the universe is going to bring me a better opportunity. So someone that was feeling left out and abandoned and victimized, or feeling vulnerable, maybe they were kicked out of a company, kicked out of a home, kicked out of a, relationship, feeling isolated, feeling, is that the word? Destitute? I'm not even sure if that's the right word, but they felt like they had no voice. They didn't see the truth. They didn't know that they have a Queen of Swords standing up for them. Someone that has been able to put the lies behind them. Someone that can see through the illusion about these individuals here. So there's help for these people. And now this could also be that King of Cups energy we were talking about. When we were saying discovering a way to like get your sense of empowerment like outside of this energy, because this is the same energy just in different ways. So being able to realize, now that they see through the illusion of, oh, maybe it's like, okay, realizing, why are we just standing here in this energy of being, please help us, please give me some more, sir. That is like, no, like their illusions were shattered. They saw through all the illusions to see only the truth now, to see clearly. So either they have an advocate that is able to, like a lawyer, that can see and fight for them, because they're still in a weakened position. So they have someone that can speak up for them, that can defend them, that can protect them. Whether that's a lawyer that's doing it for them, or this is how they will become advocate when they get out of that energy, that dynamic of me victim, you savior. You know what I mean? Like they're putting the power back in their hand. They got an idea. They've learned also to have faith. It's almost like they received a vision, an intuitive nudge, or they could have gotten their power back. So for those that were in this poverty energy, those that were feeling left out, those that were feeling abandoned, like they didn't have a voice that was being heard or felt, they do. But they had to see through the illusion of this, please accept me into your world, sir. Please let me in. Feed us poor folks. You had to see through the illusion of all that, or they had to see through the illusion of all of that in order to be able to speak clearly their convictions, in order to speak clearly their truth about their faith and their convictions, in order to get their power back, in order to be able to produce their power in real time. Like, I'm not just talking the talk, I'm doing what I say I'm doing. I'm being who I say I am. There's no confusion about that. Ooh-wee. Anything else? Anything else that we should know about this that I can share with the collective? Well, so dealing with narcissists, and when we say narcissists, sometimes we think that the narcissists are these individuals that are so like, oh my God, I'm so beautiful, I'm so perfect, I'm the best. That's one version of a narcissist, but that victim can be also a narcissist. Look at me, I'm so poor, please help me. Look at me. That when they identify so much with the personality, or they identify so much with an identity that benefits them, because yes, playing victim can benefit you. You can be jubilant in the midst of something horrible happening to you, just for the fact of all the attention you're getting for it. There are people that need that. They don't care, good energy, bad energy, I'll take it and I'll enjoy it. That when you're identified with that, that's unhealthy for you to engage with, to be around people like that. You ever come across someone where you know, whenever you talk to them, they want to fill your head with how sick they are, or how bad their life is going, or how terrible they're being treated. And the first time you feel empathy, the first time you feel sad, and you try to give them a positive spin on it. You try to show them that there's resources. You try to show them, hey, you know, you could always go to this place, but they won't lift a finger to save themselves. They won't lift a finger to do anything for themselves. They're not telling you this story so that you can give them a solution. They're telling you this so that you can be the solution. They don't want you to give them directions. They want you to drive them there. And that's a no, folks. That's a big time no. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to drown? Well, don't wait for me to rescue you. You better learn how to swim real quick. Especially if I've been telling you for the longest time, you better practice your swimming. If I've been telling you, practice your swimming, and you decide to jump in the ocean, or something happens and you fall in from a ship. My incomplete analogies. You're on a ship, and you're the captain, and you're telling everyone, listen, to be on this ship, everyone needs to know their job. Everyone needs to know how to swim so that this ship can run effectively. But no, some people don't want to learn. Some people don't want to do it. They think, oh, I'll just bide my time. I'll figure it out when I get there. And then when I get there, then they want to, oh no, but why? And then get mad when things don't go their way. Get upset, get hostile, get vengeful, get cruel, because you've already given them all the resources. You've already told them where everything is. You've already told them how to get out of any and all situations that they can possibly get into. So if they didn't take notes, if they didn't bother to listen, if they thought what you were saying was bullshit, and now they're going through whatever they got to go through, they want to come to you, and you're like, okay, well, good luck with that. Okay. Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. Make sure you take care of it. They don't feel like it's fair for you to do that, because how dare you be at peace? I mean, you're at peace. You don't have anything that, pending. You don't have anything urgent going on in your life. Your life is comfortable. Your life is relaxed. Your life is safe. So why can't you just take some time out to help me? Why can't you just, you're not doing anything anyway. That's how they see it. And what they don't understand is you've been telling them how to get themselves out while you were getting yourself out, while you were doing what you needed to do so that doesn't happen again. They keep letting it happen again and again and again. They keep coming to you. You keep showing them the resources. You keep helping them where you can. You keep doing what you can to make sure that they're not falling. You keep making sure that they're okay. And then when you finally say, I'm done doing anything about it for you, because that's it. I'm doing my thing. I'm staying in my peace. I'm staying in my lane. I'm staying where I'm happy. I'm staying where I'm good. I'm staying where I don't have to stress. I'm staying where I don't have to bother. I'm staying where I don't have to do anything I don't want to, and only do whatever I like to do and want to do with people that I want to do it with and like to do it too. So if it's not like that, I'm not doing it. And that's offensive to whom? To the people that like the easy ticket. To the people that have had it good for a long time without having to lift a finger. To the people that have used and manipulated with their pitiful stories. That's just, it's over. Those games are over. It's like, well, how long did you think you were going to ride that train? You know, eventually the train is going to stop and say, everybody got to get off. Everybody get off. The whole train is getting a revamp. And when it leaves, nobody that was in the damn train is coming along. Unless you have a ticket. And not everybody can afford that ticket. You have to have a special golden ticket to ride this train, mofo. Your credentials, as soon as it's scanned, it lets you know, yes, this person is an asset, not an ass, an asset. So yeah, what else? So there might be conversations that are going to be had with certain individuals, very clear, very, you cannot be mad when somebody decides, you know what? Nope. You can no longer cross this boundary. You cannot enter this door. You cannot communicate with me through this means. You can no longer access me. In that way, you cannot access me. That's it. Watch what happens. You don't owe an explanation. Once you know this is my space, this is my rule, my way. I'm not asking you to follow it. I'm not asking you to do it with me. I'm not asking you to participate. This is just what it is. You're either a contributor for that to continue to be what it is, to thrive, or you're a hindrance. We're not talking about a brand new baby that comes to the world and is learning how to acclimate itself in its environment. We're talking about people that have been in the realm of the environment for a long time and have gotten very comfortable with how the environment sustains them. What they don't understand is that the environment was not meant to sustain them long term. It was meant to be a show of support. It's like, we're running together and you trip, I'm going to help you up. But if we're running together and every time we run together, you're consistently tripping, and I cannot do what I do in the flow, it's always some kind of drama. Oh, my ankle. Why? Oh no, I tripped. Ah, okay. And it's not enough to just come over and help you up. It's, ow, can you carry me? Ow, I can't run. And then, oh, getting angry for the solution. All right, hold on. Let me just call an ambulance to take you home. I'm going to keep running. No, stay with me. No, don't leave. Oh, you're so evil. How dare you? You're supposed to sit with me and cry with me and sit with me and my pitiful self. Fuck you. No. No. You didn't want to deal with yourself before you got comfortable with somebody always lifting you up. No. If you can't fucking run the race without tripping every 5 minutes, then get the fuck out of the track. The other energy is that you gave someone the benefit of the doubt. One, because they were new to the environment. Two, because others that were involved wanted your cooperation. But this person showed you lack of integrity several times. So you made a harsh, what they consider harsh, determination very early. So to give the benefit of the doubt, you may have said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you the opportunity to show that I was wrong. And the person doesn't make the exact same mistake, they just make different mistakes, but of the same type. Lack of good judgment, or dishonorable with their word, or allowing certain behaviors to occur that you've made clear are not working, are not beneficial, are not to the best interest of those involved. And they want to keep doing it, and they do it, and then it's like they want to mock. Because what they're doing is they're playing mind games. And they play mind games thinking that they're playing you, because of the fact that you're giving them the benefit of the doubt. They think you're not seeing it. And you're telling them, don't play in my face like this, because I am seeing what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing. And the fact that I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt is because other people that are involved don't have the emotional bandwidth to accept the reality as it is. So they keep playing in your face, this person that can't see, and this person that can but is acting like they don't. And they're playing in your face, and the person that can see doesn't realize that that person is playing in your face. And you're letting this person that can't see know, this person is playing in my face. They're like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Yes, they are. I know you see it too. You may not want to accept that, but you see it, yet you're going to stay there. All right, well, now you both got to go. Now you both got to stay there. Now neither of you can come near me, because I'm not playing this game with them because of you. I mean, I don't know at this point how things um, like there's nothing more strange to experience than to be forced to accept that you came into this world by yourself and you're leaving this world by yourself. All these connections and attachments that we create to the people in our lives, the people that we were born to, the people that were born out of us, the people that were enmeshed in some ways with our lives, we think, oh my God, we have to stay connected. Oh my God, we have to be, happy together. Oh my God, we have to live like this and like that. And something occurs when you realize, wait a second, I was born in this world alone. And I'm not talking about, like literally, because some idiot will be like, well, what about twins? Well, they're not born alone. Shut the hell up. You know what I'm talking about. You came individually as a soul to experience your life. Yes, you have relationships with people. They are, all the gamut of emotions, up and down. Great. But once you experience, where the ups can go and where the downs can lead, and you find your middle ground, you find your place of feeling like, I know for sure where I want to be, and I know for sure what I don't want to experience. That makes things pretty cut and dry to the point where you cannot stay in energies that you already determined. I refuse to engage with this anymore. It takes a lot of courage to refuse to engage in certain energies anymore, because that would mean that there's nothing to hold on to. When you have a connection with somebody that's based on a trauma, or like, let's say whoever you gossip with, oh yeah, we always talk about, oh, there they are again doing that thing, and you participate in that circle, and then you decide, I don't want to participate in that shit anymore. Leave me out of it. You can't talk about anything else with them. They don't want to talk to you about anything else, because the only thing that they wanted to talk with you about was this gossip. It's like, so if I don't have gossip, if I don't just adhere to the gossiping, then I cannot participate in this conversation, because they're going to feel judged. They're going to feel, well, we can't talk about this around her. You know how she is. She's a stickler for this. Whatever it is that they say. And it's like, no, it's not even like that. But it's like, what's the point of doing that if you're not really looking for a solution? Oh, so you just like the drama. You like creating chaos for the fuck of it. I'm not interested in that. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I do, but I don't, Like, I get it. Ooh, the chaos. It's fun, but there's a way to be chaotic in a safe way where nobody gets hurt, where nobody gets, mistreated. But some people really like harming and hurting people. Some people really take pleasure in humiliating others. And it's like, you're stupid. You're very stupid. You're an unevolved monkey person. What's humiliating is to have had to engage with you in any way. They think that the humiliation is what they're doing behind your back for other monkeyoids to laugh at. Like idiots. They think that that's what the humiliation is about. No, the humiliation is about the power structures beyond that observe this, and to realize, how did I let myself be um, how did I let myself be drawn into this stupidity? The humiliation is that I was even in touch with that energy of yours like that. It's like gross. It's gross. So that's it, folks. I believe that's all, folks. I shall return. Take care.